friends. Welcome back to another episode of Mowers and Blowers. That's right. From the 2 mother loads that I've had, I've been busy. I've gotten every one of those things to work and listed. The only 2 things that I haven't had going was that Lawn Boy 2-stroke thing, which I'm not going to get going. And by the way, I've listed it for $25 as is. 0 bites. So for those of you who think it's worth anything, it's poop. Also, that pressure washer I picked up. The water pump's probably seized, which is why I can't even pull start it. So when it gets warmer in the summertime, I'll remove that engine and see if that engine works at least. Because we know that the water pump is Dunsky! The only other thing that I got that doesn't work in my garage or in my possession is this Homelight Weed Wacker that my buddy Alan gave me. He buys used trucks and sells them. He's a flipper with commercial trucks. In a truck that he bought, had a whole bunch of lawn equipment in it. And he just gave me this because he didn't want to mess with it. As you can see, it's missing the air cleaner cover. It's kind of a pain to go and spend $10, $15 on a cover and a filter when this thing is maybe worth $50. So I question whether or not I even really want to fix it. But I figured I'd whip it out today.
That's what she said.
It's not exactly a great day. Yes, it's sunny. But I mean, the weather here in New York, Long Island is ridiculous. Just the other day, it was 78 degrees. The day after that, it was 43 degrees. A 35-degree swing in 24 hours. Nutso! Today's kind of chilly. It's like 40, 38. It's ridiculous. It's April 6th. Anyway, just looking at the gas tank, it's got gas 2-stroke mix in it. Primer bulb works. Just a matter of time before those fuel lines completely disintegrate. Now it has fluid through it. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. But it looks like it's priming okay. And the primer bulb feels pretty good. Like relatively new. There's quite a lot of air going through it though. So I've never liked starting these things on top there. I just find it hard. It's easier to have it on the ground and like hold it or something, you know? Anyway, it's not like I'm... Jesus. Did I mention it was windy too? It has a momentary stop button over here, spring loaded, so you know it's on, and then if you want to shut it off, press it, but it's always on. We'll do the choke. What do you guys think? You guys think it'll start? Unless the carburetor is really dirty, there's no reason why it doesn't start. It's got fuel. Primer bulb looks good. Fuel lines are not leaking, amazingly. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, pulled it like 100 times on time lapse, as you saw, or maybe didn't notice. Did start. But it only starts and runs on choke. The minute you let off the choke to full run with flap, it stalls. So, I mean, runs okay, but I think Maybe the carburetor has something blocking that mesh area inside near the diaphragm, or the metering diaphragm. It's either that, or maybe the fuel adjustment screws need to be adjusted. What do we do first? Do we do the fuel adjustment screws first, or should we look through the carburetor? Let's try it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the screws could just be adjusted. They look off. I'll try that first. That was it. Air fuel adjustment mixture screw tool from Hipa. You get a whole kit of every single one that they make. Different sizes. Hipa fuel adjustment screw tools. It's like $15. Adjusted the idle screw so it stays running. RPMs are at a speed so it doesn't stall, and it's not too fast to turn the clutch. That's all it needed. Didn't have to clean the carburetor, although it probably needed a little bit. If you adjust the fuel mixture screws, it means that the carburetor really wasn't that dirty. The vent was dirty at all. Don't you just love the easy fixes? So now that we've heard this, it actually sounds pretty good. Revving it up to its highest throttle sounds good, doesn't bog down. Consistent fuel going to it, no hesitation. Head's good.
Barbecue sauce? Or do you have like a buffalo sauce?
Primer bulb's good, fuel line's good, fuel filter's good, tank doesn't leak. Doesn't even leak through the cap, which most new ones do because of the vent. Starts up easily, runs good, idles good, shuts off, starts right back up again. That may be worth spending $10 on a cover. Hey! Anyway, that's it. That's the video. You want to get the weed trimmer going. And what did we do? We got the weed trimmer going. That's all there is. There's nothing left to the episode. So, when you pick up some shit like this, you make sure that the fuel filter's connected to the fuel lines. You make sure the fuel lines are not rotted. Once you have fuel going through, it doesn't disintegrate into 1,000 pieces. You want to make sure that when you press the primer bulb, it sucks gas and fills it pretty much. And if you press the primer bulb and your finger doesn't go through it and it leaks fuel everywhere, you know that the primer bulb's good. Try to start it on choke, squeeze a little bit of stuff in there, pull it like 1,000 times, wiggle the coil a little bit, make sure that the coil metal is touching the spark plug end. Most people who don't work on this stuff automatically think, well, I'll just change the spark plug. It's almost never the spark plug. Did I even remove the spark plug at all? Actually, do I ever remove spark plugs on 90% of the things that I get? No. It's almost never the spark plug. Very rarely is it. If it starts up, the spark is giving out spark, which is what a spark plug does. Don't overthink things. Don't immediately say, oh, I gotta go out and buy a spark plug. Go ahead, spend $5 on a spark plug. You'll see, the old one still works. Because I sprayed stuff in it to help it out, it did start up and run. And I felt that it could run on its own, which means the carburetor is not dirty. However, with two-stroke stuff like this, chainsaws and stuff, fuel mixture screw, over the years, it may not move. However, over the years, the jet hole gets a little bit bigger. And that's when you mess with the adjustment screws. Usually, the one on the left is the low-speed idle adjustment. Turn that counterclockwise, a quarter turn at a time, while you're depressing the throttle and the engine is on. You can listen for the RPMs so that it stays running on its own without holding onto the throttle. And that's at idle, okay? Then, throttle up on this so the engine speed is going super high. If it allows you to, turn the right screw, which is the high speed, and turn it counterclockwise, quarter turn at a time, and see and listen with your ears the highest RPMs you can find while you've got full throttle. If it starts to bog, turn it a little bit more counterclockwise until you get a smooth, high RPM while at full throttle. When you have that, leave it alone, and then let go of the throttle and see if it idles by itself without stalling. And then you could adjust the low speed again. If everything seems good, you could still adjust the idle with this idle screw. This allows you to turn it clockwise to tighten it, counterclockwise to loosen it, depending on if you're holding it like that or not. Then you can just turn this. If you still have to hold this a little bit just to keep it running without stalling, then turn that clockwise, like a quarter to a half turn, and then you won't have to hold it, and then it just stays running all by itself. A lot of times I hear people go, well, the screw looks like you need a special tool for it. Yeah, you need these tools. Every one of them. It also comes with torch tip cleaners with bristles on them. These are very useful for cleaning the jets of any small engine equipment. Like I said, this kit, which is all you need to mess with the fuel adjustment screws for any two-stroke machine, is like less than $15. If you guys want one of these, and I don't know why you wouldn't, I'll leave a link in the description. If you use discount code Henry, you'll get 10% off your entire order. Do you know how many things I fixed using these Hipa tools? All you have to do is subscribe so you can watch those videos and see how many. Hit that subscribe button for me, it really helps me out. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to bring you Weed Wacker videos. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.